It's never too warm for a bowl of soup, especially if it's a cold soup like gazpacho. Gazpacho is a cold vegetable soup that originated in Spain. It's made up mostly of tomatoes, but it also includes other vegetables like zucchini, cucumber, green pepper, and red onion, a little bit of garlic, and then a few more other ingredients. The main thing that you want to remember is that when you're pureeing this soup, and it's done very easily in a blender, the seeds and skin of tomatoes can be very bitter. So we're going to do one step to begin with that removes the seeds, removes the peel. It's really easy and a great technique to know. First thing we're going to do is core the tomatoes. I'm going to choke up on my knife here and just core that tomato right out. Then I'm going to score the tomato. So turn it over and make an X in the top of the tomato. And we're going to do that with all of our tomatoes. So once you've prepared all of your tomatoes, you're going to need some boiling water. So bring a pot of water to the boil and prepare an ice bath with just a bowl of water with some ice cubes in it. Now we're not going to cook the tomatoes, we're just going to blanch them and then shock them right away to stop the cooking. So we've got our boiling water here. Let's get a slotted spoon, pop the tomatoes into the water all at one time, and then we're going to watch it. It only takes about a minute or two. Now what we're looking for is to see the peel start to come away from that area that you scored. Once you see it start to peel on its own, let's take them out and pop them right into the ice bath. So let's take our tomatoes here and push them down into the water. When they're cool enough to handle, they're cool enough to bring out of this ice bath. And look at this peel. This peel is coming right off the tomato. Just go ahead and remove the rest of it. Once you have all of your tomatoes peeled, you no longer need that ice bath, so set that aside. The next step is, of course, to seed them. So we've cored, scored, blanched, shocked, peeled, now we seed them. Cut them in half. So just pull those seeds out of the tomatoes with your fingers, leaving just that nice dark colored flesh behind. And then put those back with the rest of our vegetables and clean up this station. So now let's get our blender ready for all these ingredients. The tomatoes can go right in. We're also going to have to seed our pepper. To do that, I actually cut down around the side of the pepper, around the seed packet, getting as much of that flesh as possible, but not any of the seeds. The pepper goes right in. Now cucumber. I'm going to cut off just the ends, and then cucumber seeds are also kind of bitter, so I'm going to drag my knife down, cut that in half, and I'm going to scoop these seeds out with a spoon. These can go right in. We're going to use half a zucchini and some red onion. Last is a little bit of garlic. Now, depending on how much garlic you like, tailor this amount to suit your tastes. Pop this all into your blender, and then we're going to slowly pulse this to chop it up. Now, how chunky or smooth you want the soup is entirely up to you. We've mashed all our vegetables together now. I'm going to add a little more tomato in the form of tomato juice and blend this slowly. The reason I'm blending it slowly is because I don't want to incorporate too much foam or air into this soup. So blending it slowly will help avoid that, and blending it in short bursts will also help. I like to see a little bit of that chunk left in the gazpacho, so for me, this is good. But a critical step right now is to season this up and to chill it. So to season this, I'm going to add a little bit of red wine vinegar, a little bit of olive oil for a little smooth flavor and texture, salt and pepper, of course. And then depending on the ripeness of my tomatoes, I may add a pinch of sugar. Now, better than adding sugar to your gazpacho is to use the ripest, most delicious tomatoes that you can find. So why not make this in the end of August? Okay, be sure to taste this. That's so refreshing, and it's only going to get better after we put it into the refrigerator to chill properly. Those flavors are going to blend beautifully. So after your soup has chilled properly, make sure to give it a gentle stir to reconstitute it, and then pour it into a bowl. Now what I've done is I've saved some of the vegetables that go into the soup and cut them up really small. That makes a beautiful garnish. I'm going to put some of those on top of the soup. I'm going to squeeze just a tiny bit of lemon juice on top and drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. And then finally, just a touch of parsley. Now there are other optional garnishes as well. Some crusty grilled bread, some avocado, some shrimp. I don't often have soup in the summer, but when I do, it's gazpacho.